Hello, people.
That's not what I was doing.
Yeah.
Try again. Alright. And we're live. Welcome back to Phoenix Wright. We're going to continue with what we started before. What's up, peeps?
Yes. What is up?
Day 2.
Pretty sure this is the last case for the first game.
I'm pretty sure we have one more after this, assuming they're doing nothing they're doing. Which, according to this... Maya!
Hey, Nick! It's you!
God, my voice is gonna die today.
I'm glad Mr. Edwards made it through there okay. It's a relief.
Hey, why'd you do that anyway?
I don't know. I just knew I had to do something. I know I'm not the lawyer my sister was. I'm sorry.
Well, you did save the trial, and I feel like talking to myself again. Just behave from now on, okay?
Okay.
We're gonna run away.
Are you consulting the tome?
Only temporarily.
December 26th, Gourd Lake Park, Entrance.
There are fewer than there were yesterday, but the cops are still around in the park. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe is here today. December 26th.
Good luck, public guard.
Haven't seen Larry around today at all. Probably off pains in the nose on a date with a lovely fiancé. Let's check something. December 26th. Gourd Lake Woods.
Hey, Detective Gumshoe!
Hey, pal. Trial today.
Yes. What about the trial?
Well, I was going to say good show, but it wasn't really all that. But you did save Mr. Edgeworth, I guess. I just wasn't sure how to thank you, you know.
Thanks. Detective Gumshoe, any idea what strategy Von Cromwell's playing for tomorrow?
Sounds like he's bringing in another witness.
Another witness? Oh, right, he said something about that in the trial today. If you remember.
There were 2 witnesses.
I was wondering who the other witness was. Or who was it?
Sorry, pal. As much as I'd like to, I'm not at liberty to divulge that information.
Right. Alright, I wanted to ask you something about Edgeworth.
What's up?
Is he afraid of earthquakes? I never heard anything about that before.
Mr. Edgeworth doesn't talk about himself too much, you see. But there's one thing that's clear as day. Him hating crime the way he does, and him becoming a prosecutor, and him being scared of earthquakes, it all started with that incident.
The L6 incident?
Yep, that's the one. 15 years ago, when he saw his father shot before his very eyes. He still feels the pain now. You can see it in his eyes.
I wanted to talk to you about Maya Fay.
She's not out on bail yet. That's strange. I told them to let her go as soon as they had their report written up. Man, I don't know what would have happened in that courtroom today if it weren't for her. Seeing her getting dragged out by the bailiff, I'll be honest with you, pal, I shed a tear or two. And this is the voice I'm sticking with for Gumshoe, so that it doesn't. So otherwise, I'm gonna try. It's gonna change about 15 times.
Yeah, he'll probably change 50 times anyway.
Mr. Edgeworth, he was so moved, I saw his lip trembling.
Really? Called his Edgeworth?
He was real grateful for what she did, you know. I'm going to head back to the station. I'll get the report on Maya and get her out of there as soon as I can.
Thank you. Oh, wait. I was wondering, how much is bail going to be?
Don't worry about that. Mr. Edgeworth is posting it. The whole amount.
But what? Edgeworth? What?
Didn't I tell you? He's grateful to her for what you did. All right, pal. Well, don't forget to go pick her up, okay?
Maybe I can get Edgeworth to pay this month's rent, too. Well, I guess we're gonna go pick her up.
That's about 26. That's that house room.
Hey, Nick, you finally came. They just finished the paperwork. I'm free to go. Oh, God, that was all.
Free at last, huh? Free at last.
I was waiting for that.
Yeah.
Those interrogators were really mean. They were like, okay, what did you do this time? Like I was some kind of criminal. Can you believe it?
Well, they let you out in the end, didn't they?
Oh, that reminds me. Thanks for bail.
Thank Edgeworth.
Huh?
He posted bail for you. Said he was grateful for what you did.
Mr. Edgeworth did that? I have to make it up to him. We get to win this case, Nick.
Help my mental sanity, please. Please.
Don't know how you expect me to do that.
I don't know either.
It's about 26. Gourd Lake Park entrance. Especially because now you get to go up against Karma.
How many cops are under the other?
They're probably back at the precinct, working up the case against them. It's you.
Hey, y'all. Hey. What?
God, the deaf voice.
Hey, it's Lana.
Y'all really did it today.
What did we do now?
Nah, I'm not complaining. See, I did a little thinking. A little self-reflection, you might say. I realized that being a witness is a mighty big responsibility. But I just went up there and started babbling any old thing that came to my mind.
Lana,
So, you see, I want to make it up to y'all.
make it up. What did you think of the trial?
To be honest, I was doing it half just to say I'd been a witness. Even though I didn't really see anything. I kind of convinced myself I had, though. I'm sorry, I know I caused y'all a lot of trouble.
Well, memory is a tricky, vague little thing.
Shut up, Maya.
Yeah, I sure know that one. I'll be fine the next time I witness a murder.
Right.
You mean the first time you witnessed a murder?
I do like how Phoenix is usually the only sane one.
What about Gordy?
Right. Well, the way I figure, the trial's only stoking the flames of Gordy fever. I'll get my exclusive photo and rocket to start.
All right, Lana. You go, girl. I wish I could be investigative photographer, too.
Finish your spirit medium training first. Lana, what do you mean by making it up to us?
Well, you see, actually, I got a bit of information for you.
What?
That long Karma didn't want me to say nothing about it.
What information?
Now we're getting to the heart of it all. See, I reckon we might be able to do ourselves a little exchange.
Exchange? I thought this was to make it up to us.
Right. I propose a little exchange to make it up to you. It's not how making
That's
it up.
not how that works.
What? Information don't come cheap, my friend. Hey, I see you thinking by how unsophisticated these southern folks are. It's written all over your face. Let me tell you, Most Southerners are way more sophisticated than you. I'm just an exception, okay? Well, what'll it be? We gonna deal or not?
What do we do, Nick?
Fine. We don't have any other leads, so I don't think we have a choice here. Okay, how much?
Huh? You completely off your rocker? I may not be sophisticated, but I'm not trying to rob the pole.
Huh?
The only fair exchange for information is information. Listen good. What I need from you is information about Gordy.
Whoa! Gordy?
But Gordy doesn't, Gordy might not exist.
Then bring me proof that shows he don't. I'll be keeping watch from the car, okay? You see something? Y'all come to me first, got it?
Okay.
Right. See y'all later.
Okay, Nick, let's go hunting.
Hunting, you don't seriously mean.
Gordy, I shouldn't.
What about Edgeworth?
We're searching for Gordy for him, Nick. Don't you get it?
Okay, and how exactly do we search for a make-believe monster? Have we found a monster myth specialist? Like Larry? December 26th, Gold Lake, Public Beach. But what is that?
The Steel Samurai, Nick.
You, Maya!
Hey, what the heck is that?
Oh, it was my girl Keontae's idea. See, what's all it? If you like, put this here. It would be like real cool, really cool. Dude, she gives it to me along with the bandit. And she gave it to me along with that.
Wow! That's really impressive. She could find those for you.
Well, she knows a lot of people. And that show's finished now, so she got them for free.
Right, I remember.
Yo, Nick, what happened with Edgy?
Your voice inflection doesn't even change on that. Well, ready for the first day in court, alright. I don't know how good our prospects are from here on, though.
Huh?
Hey, Larry, did you know Mr. Edgeworth's secret weakness? He's terrified of earthquakes. He acts like a little boy.
Thanks, Maya.
Huh? That's weird. I don't think he was ever like that in school.
No? Really?
Well, we were only in the same class for a little bit. He transferred schools pretty quick.
Transfer?
Right, the DL6 incident happened. Doesn't look like Larry knows about it, though. Hey, Larry! When did you get that big thing?
Oh, the big guy? I've had that for about a month, yeah. It's a big hit with the kids.
Why wasn't it there yesterday?
Oh, right. The compressor was busted.
Compressor?
Yeah, it's that little unit by my hot dog stand. That's what I used to put the air in the Steel Samurai. It broke a little while ago, so I sent it in for repairs.
Oh, and here I thought you'd inflated it by yourself.
Maya's kind of an idiot sometimes. I keep forgetting that. Let's swing by and talk to Gumshoe.
December 26th, police department from another house. Hey there, pal. What's up? You look out of sorts. Wait, you didn't go and do something that's gonna hurt Mr. Edgeworth's case again.
What do you mean again?
Whatever, have a seat, pal. I'm here for you, if you need anything besides money, that is.
Say, Detective Gumshoe, do you know Gordy?
The monster down in Gourd Lake? Not personally, no. Go ahead and say it.
No comment.
Well, we're looking
Well,
for...
we're looking for it.
What?
Huh?
I don't know why you thought.
I have no idea either.
It says on the thing.
Are you out of your mind? You got time to go wild monster hunting? How about doing a little question for me then?
Oh, Detective Gumshoe is scaring me, Nick.
Talk to Detective Gumshoe about the deal with Lava.
Nick, try telling him sooner next time.
Sorry.
I see, pal. Sorry for shouting at you. Okay. Detective Gumshoe will aid in your search for Gordy.
Huh?
I'll loan you one of our newest secret weapons. Find evidence.
I know which one we have to use, but there's a specific one I want to use.
Really? Why? You can take whichever one you like.
Let's talk about the investigation, Josh. How's the investigation proceeding?
It's not, really. We have another meeting coming up. We're supposed to talk about Mr. Edgeworth's boat.
His motive?
See, Mr. Edgeworth's father died in the DL6 incident. The guy who got the lone suspect declared innocent was the victim in this case. Robert Hampton. They're saying last time Mr. Edgeworth shot him.
Yeah, Edgeworth never talks about his past. I bet they'll drag that out and hit him with it in court tomorrow, too.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth.
I gotta admit, it does look good, pal.
Okay, give us the goods.
Hold on now, everything in due time. First, let me show you to you.
Are you ready for this?
Yes. These are our best and brightest. Introducing secret weapon number 1, Missile.
Missile?
He's a K9 police dog, still in training. Missile, here, boy.
Woof.
Here he is.
Hey, he's cute. Look, Nick, cute dog.
A cute dog. And this will help us. How?
Next, secret weapon number 2, a fishing pole. Here, this is my own personal pole.
Detective Gumshoe, we're looking for a monster.
Yeah?
How are we supposed to catch a whole sea monster with a fishing pole?
Never know till you try, pal. Okay. I'm just reminded that Gumshoe is not the sharpest knife in the drawer. Okay, this next one is the last one.
No, please. I'm already overwhelmed by our choices.
See, weapon number 3, a metal detector. Here.
Detective Gumshoe, we're looking for something alive.
Right?
How are we supposed to find it with a metal detector?
Hey, you never know. It might have eaten some soda can. It might have been eating soda cans. Well, which will it be? You know which one you need to pick.
I can't make up my mind, Nick. They all seem so perfect.
I can't make up my mind either for the totally opposite reason. Well, I suppose can't hurt to borrow one of them. Which one do you think we should pick?
The only one that doesn't have an obvious what the heck is missile, but I have a feeling it's the metal detector.
Who bought a missile?
Sure, good thing, pal. Be good. Sure thing, pal. Be good.
He's so cute.
Oh boy. There's a reason why I picked this one. You'll see in a second. A very specific reason why I picked this one.
Hey, Nick.
Okay, go.
This has been acting strangely.
Missile? Oh, right. That little creature of the detectives.
Hey, I love little doggies. Good boy, good boy.
What's What's wrong, Missile? Missile!
Cannibal! It's a cannibal!
Missile, I think Missile!
My samurai dogs.
Yeah, every single one.
I'm sorry, Larry.
Sorry, don't pay my bills, Nick.
It's gonna have to this time. You might want to take the Poochie back.
Oh, we aren't reading these?
No, because it's something I wanted to do. Should we about one of the other things?
yeah, sure, pal. Cannibal! He's a cannibal!
There's no detector, yada yada yada. December 26th, God Lake Woods.
Hey, y'all! Well, y'all find anything out about Gordy?
No, nothing.
Well, keep moving. It gets cold out here at midnight, at nighttime.
It is a little chilly. I think I have to sneeze.
Whoa! No, you don't go sneezing.
Achoo!
I told y'all, no sneezing. See, I set the camera to respond to things a little softer than a bang. I trigger one of Von Karma's finger snaps now. No, it's trigger on one of Von Karma's finger snaps now. Yeah, well, sorry is nice, but what about my film?
Nick, pay the lady.
Did you just want to torture poor old Maya there? You're evil, you know that?
December 26th, boat rental shop.
It's always so quiet here. I wonder if the boat shop is closed for good.
Well, with the murder on the lake and all, they're probably just taking a vacation till it blows over.
I get it. It's beeping! The metal detector's found something!
Sure is loud enough about it. Whatever it is, it must be in those bushes. Go check it out, Maya.
Why do I have to check it out?
Because I said so.
Nick, look!
Huh. An air tank. Huh? The valve looks broken. Oh, I talk like this now.
I thought it was Gordy.
Maya, first of all, why would Gordy be in the bushes? And second of all, why would a metal detector react to a sea monster?
Oh,
Huh? There's something wrapped around this air tank. It looks like a string of flags.
well, we might as well take it with us now that we found it.
It's heavy.
Gee, I wonder who that belongs to.
Me too. It's almost as if it was supposed to be found.
What? An air tank? What about it?
Larry, I wanted to ask you about this tank. Say, is this air tank yours?
Why would I have a thing like that?
Look, see how there's a string of flags around the tank bell? It's just like the string of flags around your steel samurai there.
Must be a coincidence. There's strings of flags everywhere these days. Like elementary schools. and used car dealerships. Look, why would I need a tank anyway?
You used this to inflate that, didn't you?
Inflate what?
What else? That big puppy steel samurai.
No, now why would you go asking me a question like that?
Looks like I hit the nail on the head.
Right. Actually, see, the compressor I always use was on the fritz. So I tried using the tank to inflate it just once. And, it didn't go so well.
Yes, I suspect. It didn't go so well?
Yeah.
Do you think you could be a little more specific?
Come on. Look, it's embarrassing, so I really don't want to talk about it.
Tell us!
Fine.
At least she's good.
Whatever. It's like what I said. The compressor was busted. So I took the tank and tried to fill the samurai up with that. And then, blam! The valve busted open and made this incredible noise. And that tank there took off like a rocket. So it took my poor deflated steel samurai with it.
What? Up into Gourd Lake?
It sure scared me out of my gourd, that's for sure. Gee, I wonder if that could be gourd.
So the tank and the steel samurai you were trying to fill up flew away. What happened next?
Well, all that happened on the 20th or so.
The 20th, a week ago.
Now, as far as I could see, the tank went flying out into the lake. So I went out every night in a boat looking for it. I mean, Kyonsei gave me that steel samurai after all.
And when did you find it?
Just the night before last. It flew way out there. It took me 4 whole days to find it.
The night before last was the night of the murder!
Sorry for not telling you, Nick. Actually, I was here on the night of the murder.
No, that's what we just figured out.
But you see, I went home before midnight.
So you didn't know about what happened?
No.
That's too bad.
It's not all bad. We've solved one mystery at least.
A mystery? Maybe we should go tell her.
I learned something today in today's trial, that's for sure. Testifying is serious business. That's why I decided not to talk about that case anymore.
Huh?
Mo, didn't you say you had information about the case? Tell us that at least.
Like I said, I'll trade it for the dirt on Gordy. Well, Mr. Lawyer, I've got the info y'all need. Y'all got the scoop on Gordy for me yet?
Lotta, there is no such thing as Gordy.
What? How can y'all be so sure?
Really, Nick?
Y'all got some proof Gordy don't exist?
Proof that Gordy doesn't exist? Of course I have proof. No lawyer with his badge would make a claim without the proof to back it up. Except for me.
Yeah.
Where's air tank?
What are y'all doing with an air tank?
This is Gordy.
Excuse me?
But what exactly are you saying, Nick?
There's a stand near here, a hot dog stand, which no longer has any hot dogs because of evil.
It's a giant inflatable.
There's a giant inflatable samurai doll there. About a week ago, an idiot, who happens to be a friend of mine, although I don't know why I admit to that, tried to fill it. He used this air tank, and when the valve blew, the tank flew into the lake. Apparently it made a pretty loud bang when it flew.
A bang.
The tank, along with the still deflated samurai, fell into the lake. At the same time, a couple was taking a photograph of the lake. This photo.
Wait, so you're saying that Gordy is really the Steel Samurai?
Well, that's a fine way to ruin a gal's dreams.
I'm sorry about it.
Nah, it's okay, you will. I'll give you your info like I promised.
Poor Lotta.
So tell us this information you have.
Promise is a promise, I guess. I overheard the cops around here say something about a witness. They said he's a caretaker of the boat rental place up the path here.
Which, by the way, you're doing the voice for. There's a reason.
Boat rental? There's someone there? I mean, it looks so deserted.
Just an old guy living all by himself. Y'all should go check it out.
Thanks, Lotta. We will. Let's get cracking, Nick.
Hold on.
Something else?
Yeah, none of the murder. My camera clicked twice, you know.
Huh?
Wait, so you...
Wait, so you have another photo?
Well, yeah, but there's nothing in it at all. Just the light. I figured it wouldn't be much use as evidence, so I kept it to myself. Well, it might not be helpful at all, but here, take it.
That's fishy.
There.
Get it? You get it?
Yes.
Like, fishy?
Yeah. You're a genius.
I am a genius.
He'll be here all week.
Probably not. What's your line, by the way?
Bye now. Y'all take care. Time for me to pack up and leave.
Poor Lotta.
It's all Larry's fault. The legend still lives on, I guess.
The legend?
Yeah, the legend of Larry, familiar to all who know him for any length of time. When something smells, it's usually the butts.
Someone should whip their butts into shape.
Could they stop using butts last name? It's oddly disturbing. Go to the shop!
It's not odd at all. It's just plain disturbing. December 26th, boat rental shop.
Hey, Nick! This is the boat shop that Blood was talking about.
You're right. It's almost as if there's a sign that says boat rentals on it. Doesn't seem to be anyone around at all.
Well, let's go check it out anyway.
Because breaking and entering is always a good thing. December 26th. Caretaker's shop.
Meg, that you?
I forget who his actual voice is.
Well, he's gonna be old. Hey, is that Keith with you? Where have you two been? I've been worried sick.
Nick, you handle this.
I think I'll leave this one up to you, Maya.
Meg?
Yes?
Finally made up your mind, have you?
My mind?
You'll run the pasta shop when I'm gone. Pasta shop?
Hold on.
Pasta?
Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it.
I think it's the wrong season. Shit.
You make your old man proud.
Damn it!
You kids left the house and I didn't know what to think. How am I supposed to keep this place running? An old man like me.
Let me know when it gets to my line.
Well, I'm kinda just waiting for you to advance it.
I know who it is! I remember who it is.
Molly, the kids are home.
Hello!
What?
Nick, what was that?
Oh, parrot. The one on the perch.
What a feeling they're gonna make the parrot testify.
You're chilling.
Keith!
Yes?
I leave the wet noodle in your capable hands, honey. You know you want to say something.
Could be worse. Could be the lip noodle.
Bad. Silver.
What's the wet noodle? Based on the available evidence, I'd say it's the name of his pasta shop. I'm still trying to find something. Hold on.
That's a relief, isn't it, Polly?
Who the hell is it? There it is. That's the Taker's voice.
Wow. Of course it is.
Yeah.
It's like one of two dudes that they get to be.
It's actually so fucking hilarious. Cause I'm like, why is that so loud? Who does the parrot?
You?
It actually sounds pretty good too. I can't see and hear anybody but his voice doing it.
But I can't do his voice, so
Nobody can do his voice. That's okay. You can just do it. It's like he's fucking drunk. That's cool too.
Tell me he doesn't look like he's high on something.
He's a. Yo, no, never mind.
Look at the eyes.
He fell asleep. I guess he's relieved. A pasta shop?
Yep. Think the wet noodle will live on when I'm gone. My father started, you know, so that makes you two third generation. Meg,
Yes?
tomorrow we'll start with the secrets of dough tossing.
Dough tossing?
You too, Keith.
Yes?
You'll be the best pasta wrangler the West has ever seen.
The pasta wrangler? The West? Isn't pasta from Italy?
Meg,
Yes!
you know the best pasta's always been made west of the Rockies, don't you?
Right, of course. Everybody knows that.
Nick,
Huh?
how long do we have to keep this up? Up this all in the family charade?
Some man must know something about the matter. We're not leaving until we find out what that is. Don't actually fall asleep. This is a boat rental shop, right?
Hey, if I actually fall asleep, we can just say I'm getting in character.
And I get to smack you.
What are you talking about? This here's the Palace of Pasta, the wet noodle.
Really, by the way. 15 years long.
Though, now that you mention it, we haven't gotten many orders for spaghetti lately. All the kids come up and say, "Yo, dude, we want to ride one of your boats." That's why I keep them boats out there. Youngsters these days, darned if I understand them.
Pretty confused myself.
Nick, this isn't going anywhere.
This old man is the witness tomorrow, right? We've got to find some way of getting information out of him.
Like I said, knowing how crazy this game is, I wouldn't be surprised if it's the parrot who's a witness. That a lawyer's badge?
Yes, it is. I don't believe it. This old guy is the first person to recognize my badge.
I get it.
Huh?
Yep, I got you figured out now. You're not Keith.
Nick, now's a chance to clear things up.
Sir. No, I'm not Keith. I'm not Meg either. Shut up, Meg.
For all two people who still watch Family Guy.
For all 90,000 people who've actually seen every episode that happens.
Yeah.
We're here investigating a murder that took place on this lake the other night. Please help us! I need your help.
The lawyer.
Please, mister.
Alright,
You need to change your voice. It's gonna kill you.
but on one condition.
What's that?
And who says you're the only one who should get his voice killed?
Because I have to falsetto. Yours is too gravelly too.
When this case is over and done.
You
I did a Wolverine voice.
You don't sound like an old man either.
When this is over and done,
Okay, that's too old.
you'll run the wet noodle.
That's old man who gives up on life.
Well, we got these two extremes.
Okay, we promise.
Nick, are you sure about this?
Hey, anything to get this case solved. Also, who wouldn't want to eat Phoenix noodles?
I guess so.
That's my boy. Good for you, Keith.
Wait, didn't I just say...
You too, man.
Yes?
You bring a tear to your old man's eye, you know. Now, what was that you wanted to know? Speak up, Polly.
Hello!
Now he's talking to the bird again. How do we get him to talk to us? Nope, not what I want. There it is. Aha.
Yep, I see this.
You know something about this, sir?
Keith,
Yes.
it's okay. You can call me Dad.
Dad, you know something about this?
Yep, the other night out on the lake.
Yes? Yes?
I know all about that. I seen it.
You're changing your voice on purpose.
Yes.
Just to fuck with people.
Yes.
What?
Also better old man.
Tell us what you saw.
Well, I suppose since you're taking over the shopping dog.
You know who you sound like?
Who?
Stay a while and listen. You can sound like Deckard Cain from Diablo. Jesus fucking Christ, it's creepy. Stay a while and listen.
Deckard Caretaker. Deckard Cane Taker.
That sounds more like a dude who steals old people's canes. Still line, by the way.
I forgot the time, but it was pretty dark outside. Probably night, yeah.
Well, Chief, it's dark outside. It's like the solar eclipse, so it's nighttime. It's after midnight, but okay.
Then I heard this bang, so I looked outside. Then I heard another one. Bang! A little while later, this boat comes back. Then a young man walked by my window here. He was muttering something to himself here.
What did he say?
Yep. I forgot. I'll remember tomorrow by court time. Promise.
We need to know earlier than that.
That was right. Yeah.
It ignored me.
What? You forgot me. You gotta call her name first.
Name?
Polly, how you been?
Hello! Hello!
See?
Wait! So the parrot's name is Molly. Too bad all she can say is hello.
Old Polly can say lots of things. You just need to know the secret words.
Secret words?
My memory's gotten worse of late. That's why I just tell everything important to old Polly over here.
Everything important? I wonder. Polly, what's the number to the safe? 538! Run! Hooray!
Hey, Polly, watch it, will you?
See, Nick? All it takes is a little clever thinking.
And a criminal mind.
Quick, Nick, write that number down.
Hey, don't get me involved in your little heist schemes.
You know what, eh? Little Terry was just here.
Terry?
Yup, that kid next door, you always used to make him cry, remember? He was wearing this tattered old coat, got himself some whiskers growing out his face.
You must be talking about Detective Gumshoe.
He comes up and tells me to come down to court tomorrow.
Really?
Somehow I don't think we're going to get much useful information from this guy. Maya, maybe we should be leaving.
I think you're right. Oh, wait, I have one more question.
Huh?
Polly! Polly! Have we forgotten something? Ah! Don't forget BL6! Ah!
Maya, have the tables have turned.
Huh? What did she just say, Nick?
One more time, Polly.
Don't forget BL6! Ah!
But the DL6 incident. Hey, mister, I mean Dad. You're missing your line.
I know.
This is getting weird. Who is this old guy?
How would that bird Polly know about DL6?
We have to figure out who that old man is.
Oh!
What?
He locked the door from the other side.
Could that old man be? I think I need to do a little more research on this DL6 incident. Maybe we should ask Detective Gumshoe. December 26th, Police Department, Criminal Affairs.
Hey, pal, long time no see. You don't look so happy. What's wrong this time?
Actually, we wanted to ask you something.
Yeah?
You know the boat rental shop down on Gourd Lake?
Oh, yeah?
The old man who runs it is appearing as a witness in court tomorrow, right?
How'd you... That was supposed to be top secret.
Do you know who that old man is, Detective?
Actually, I don't. He's a bit of an odd bird. I haven't been able to get a straight answer out of him. I said at first that he wasn't persuasive enough to stand and testify as a witness. That's why we called Ms. Lotta yesterday. As for who he is, we have absolutely no idea.
I know, but I can't tell you because it spoils things. Sounds suspicious.
Are all the cases always 3 days long?
That's the maximum they're allowed to be.
Ah,
Not all of them are always 3 days long.
I have a feeling this one is.
This one is. Detective Gumshoe, please help us.
Huh?
We need to know about the DL6 incident. That was when Edgeworth's father died. I can't help but think it has something to do with this current case.
The Tell the truth, I don't know much about DL6 either. Mr. Edgeworth forbade us from reading the file. So I'm afraid I can't show it to you either, man.
What?
However, if you can convince me somehow that DL6 is related to this case, well, I guess I'll consider opening the file. What's that? A parrot?
The old man at the boat rental shop's parrot. The parrot knew about that incident.
That incident?
DL6.
What?
This is basically inflection everything we just did, yeah.
Polly, have we forgotten something? Don't forget DL6.
That hurts my voice. Being parrot, man.
You're a parrot, here you are.
I'm pretty sure that old man must have taught her that word.
Yeah, but how would that old man know about the DL6 incident?
Wait, what if that old man was connected to the DL6 incident?
Nick, you think he might be?
I got you. Sounds like you need information on the DL6 incident. Through here is the station's records room. I'll give you special permission to go in and find what you need.
All right, way to go, Detective Gumshoe. Okay, Nick, to the records room.
Guess it's time we faced Edgeworth's past.
Wow, it's amazingly dusty.
10 years of files and 10 years of dust, I guess.
Let's find that DL6 stuff quickly.
10 years ago, me and Edgeworth were 9 years old. We were almost through with the 4th grade when he suddenly transferred. Because of DL6?
Nick, I found out where the file is. I hate talking to myself.
Oh, thanks.
Just let me know what you want to know about the DL6.
You picked to be Maya,
I did.
I'll go get the right file.
even though you knew it would involve lots and lots of talking to yourself.
Well, first I have to get a handle on the main facts, like a summary.
Hey! Summary. Got it! Here you go.
December 28th, 2001.
That's exactly 15 years ago from the day after tomorrow.
So in 2 days, the case is closed. The incident took place in the elevator of the district courthouse.
What? Is this the district courthouse where we're holding the trial now?
Looks like it. There was a large earthquake at 2 p.m. that day. Part of the court building collapsed and all the lights went out. Because apparently we're in California.
We are in California.
Yeah.
Wow, that was some earthquake.
Because apparently California is the only American state that will have earthquakes. I call bullshit. At the time, 3 people were trapped in the elevator. It took 5 hours for them to be rescued. 5 hours.
That would be scary, like that, in the dark. Like, totally.
There was a lack of oxygen in the elevator and the survivors were unconscious.
The survivors.
One of the 3 in the elevator had been shot in the heart.
That was Mr. Edgeworth's father, wasn't it?
Said that his father was shot before his very eyes, so Miles Edgeworth was one of the other passengers in the elevator. Do you have data on the victim, Edgeworth's father?
Yeah, hold on. Victim. Yeah, found it.
Gregory Edgeworth, 35, defense attorney. If he were alive, and if he were still alive, he'd be 50. He lost that day's case in court and got in the elevator with his son, Miles. Miles Edgeworth, of course.
So he was in the elevator with his father.
Okay. Miles Edgeworth saw his father get shot before his very eyes. Why does it take you this long to realize that he was in the elevator, Maya?
Yes.
You are fucking stupid.
Sometimes she is dumb as a stump.
From the angle of the bullet and other evidence, it could not have been a suicide. The murder weapon, a pistol, was found in the elevator. The pistol had been fired 2 times. Where have I heard that before? Huh. It sounds just like this current case. What's going on? Got any data on the suspect in there?
That would be the guy that my mom got arrested. Hold on. This is it.
The man arrested as a suspect in DL6 was Yanni Yogi? He was a clerk in the court, apparently. So he must have been the third person in the elevator. God, I can't even read his name.
Well, then he had to have done it.
But he was found innocent, thanks to his defense lawyer, Robert Hammond.
Hammond? The victim in our case.
Right. The suspect, Mr. Yogi, was oxygen deprived, so much so that he had brain damage. Let me redo that line. Brain damage.
Gee, I wonder who Yanni Yogi might be.
He lost all memory of being in the elevator. After he was declared innocent, he disappeared.
Where could Yogi have gone to, I wonder?
He may be closer than we think.
Real close.
I guess I generally know what happened in DL6 now. I still don't know what sort of impact this whole thing had on Edgeworth.
So close,
Nick!
we've talked to him.
We gotta take the whole file? It's too much. We'll never get it out.
Right. How about we just take what we think we'll need? Right. That's probably all we'll be able to find here. Now all that's left is the trial tomorrow. I wonder how Dad will do testifying in court. Oh, by continued.
By the way, we forgot what we were going to do with the to be continued.
We didn't.
Yeah?
We didn't.
Next time,
Oh, shit. Well, are we gonna, we did. We forgot about it last time.
Yeah.
That's because I was tired.
Yeah.
We're doing it every day, though, if I remember.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, at the end of every, court
Dang.
thing.
It's next time. I don't know which one is up next. We did.
I didn't know which one's up next. I'll tell you when we get to it.
Alright. You were tired. I don't know what my excuse was.
I don't know why you didn't think about it.
I did, but only after we stopped recording.
Yeah, well, that is your fault. December 26th, 10 o'clock a.m. District Court, Courtroom number 3! The judge's face looked away when I shot. Court is now in... Oh, God, fuck that voice really up. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth.
As I stroke my
beard. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Apparently the prosecution is also ready. Who's the judge here, anyway? Mr. Von Gomma, your opening statement. Very well. No opening statements, so...
Not so fast, Judge. I was taking a meaningful pause before speaking.
Right. Of course.
A prediction. Today's trial will end in 3 minutes from now. Supposedly, from what I was reading, it's actually physically impossible for that to happen.
Yep. Order! Order! Mr. Von Gomma, what is the meaning of your statement just now?
Bah! Must you question everything? He's kind of a judge. Kind of his job. It will be over in 3 minutes. We have no time to waste. I'll call my witness now.
Right.
I call my witness, my decisive witness, to the stand.
It's that mayor's bookshop owner.
Witness, state your profession. I am the proprietor of the restaurant, the Wet Noodle at the Gore Lake. And I also rent boats. The night of the incident, you were in the boat rental shop, correct? Yep, I was. Please testify.
Wait a second. Mr. still haven't heard who this old guy is. Wait a minute! The witness hasn't stated his name yet!
Because I did not ask him, Mr. Wright. Ha! I have predicted this trial will end in 3 minutes! Stop asking trivial questions and cooperate.
Yeah, right. The witness will state his name.
Well, I'm not really sure.
What do you mean?
My memory. Your Honor, the witness does not remember anything beyond the last several years. Ergo, he cannot recall even his own name.
You can't recall, you say?
Yes, the incident in question took place 3 days ago. He can testify.
Very well. Let's hear his testimony then, shall we? Witness.
Alright, and I'll read the testimony the first time, but not subsequent times.
Yeah, that's the point.
It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight. Yup. I was in the restaurant where I read books, as usual. Then I heard a bang. Yup. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just floating on the lake.
You knew without you on the inside?
When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just floating on the lake. Then I heard another bang. Just about then, the boat comes back to shore and a man walks by my window.
Very well, I'd like to begin the cross-examination.
There is nothing to question in my witness's testimony. Ergo, no need for cross-examination. Besides, there are only 10 seconds left before over 3 minutes are up. Judge, your verdict, now!
Yes, Mr. Wright. What do you say? Of course I'll cross-examine the witness. Very well, you may begin.
Rawr!
Excuse me? Mr. Von Karma?
3 minutes just passed.
I see. Well then, let's just take our time. You may cross-examine the witness. By your window?
Yep, by my window, right outside the window of my little shack.
And could you see the man's face?
Well, the fog was pretty darn thick, but he was right there in front of me. I saw him.
This is a rather important detail. Please add it to your testimony. I have a bad feeling about this.
That man was a defendant. He was saying, I can't believe he's dead.
Are you sure? Uh-oh. Dad!
Dead certain, Keith. He said, I can't believe he's dead, as he was walking by, too. Witness, are you sure that the person you saw was Miles Edgeworth? was him, that Edgeworth boy. Oh, my hip!
It sounds like decisive evidence indeed. I see no room for doubt. My karma. He lured me into cross-examining so he could set me up for a fall.
Tisk.
Nick, I don't like the way things are going here. Everyone in the courtroom is glaring at us.
I'd better act quick or this trial is going to be over. Your Honor, we proved in yesterday's trial that it could not have been Edgeworth who fired that gun.
Mr. Wright, are you referring to the fingerprints from Edgeworth's right hand found on the gun? And the photograph showing a man firing with his left hand?
Exactly.
That is easily explainable. He could have wiped his prints after he fired. You are ignoring the truth of the matter here.
Okay, I'm going to take a pause here and think about it. If you wiped his fingerprints off of the gun, why would he then put his fingerprints back onto the gun?
To make it look like he couldn't...
Logic! That wouldn't matter.
Everything in this witness's testimony is true.
The judge is lost in thought. What should I do? Your Honor, this witness claims that Edgeworth said, "I can't believe he's dead." Well, what he really meant is, "I can't believe it's not butter."
Yes.
But as wrong as all we have. If you were telling a lie...
Mr. Wright, in a court of law, the evidence tells all. Apparently, you have yet to realize even this basic fact. If you say his testimony is a lie, show us proof.
Nick, do we have evidence?
Still good. There's nothing I can do.
Are you sure?
To be honest, I don't know what to do anymore.
Please, can you hear me, sis? Please. We need your help. Nick needs you.
3 minutes was perhaps too high in expectation. However, 15 minutes isn't bad. This must be a new record.
Enough. The witness may leave the stand. This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial, nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts. What? No! This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, guilty. The accused will surrender to the court immediately, to be held pending trial at a higher court within a month from today's date. That is all. This court is adjourned.
Well, that was quick.
Who was that just now? Huh? Ah! Hi, guys. Hey! What are you doing here?
Listen, you gotta listen to me. I was there in the park the night of the murder. I wasn't sure about it until just yesterday. But today I remembered it.
Remembered what?
The gunshot. I heard it too. Yo.
Order!
What is the meaning of this? The verdict has been decided. I call for adjournment.
One moment, Mr. Von Karman. So you say you heard a gunshot?
Yeah, I did. A gunshot that night. I was sitting here in the audience listening to the testimony. Then I realized something he said was different from what I remember. And anyhow, I can't just sit here and let you call Edgy a murderer. It's just not right. I'll testify. Let me testify.
Order! Order! Well, this is the first time something has happened like this in my court. I'm not quite sure how to proceed.
Judge, you've already given your decision. The trial is over.
Nick! This is it! Larry's giving us one final chance at this!
She's right. If only it wasn't Larry, he could make things even worse.
Mr. Edgeworth was just declared guilty, Nick! It doesn't get any worse!
You're right. Okay. Your Honor, if there is another witness, it is our duty to hear him speak. Right here, right now.
A waste of time. The verdict cannot be overturned.
Allow me to speak my opinion. In all court proceedings, it is our duty to prevent an inaccurate verdict. In order to make sure no mistake has been made, every witness should be heard.
What is this?
I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty. Mr. Von Karma, I order you to call this new witness to testify. Now.
What?
The court will adjourn for a 5-minute recess. After that, we will hear this new witness. Court is adjourned.
Remember reading somewhere that this actually brings up Von Karma's biggest weakness.
Huh.
His whole MO as a lawyer is planning out every little detail of his case and anticipating exactly what everyone is going to do and say. So the moment something goes off the rails,
He has no idea what to do.
he can't adapt on the fly.
December 27th, 10:28 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Whew. That was too close. Sorry to keep you on the edge of your seat like that, Edgeworth.
I've seen worse.
Yeah, right, Edgeworth. You're sweating bullets. I just wonder what Larry plans to say in there.
Larry was at the lake that night?
Yes? He said he went looking for the Steel Samurai balloon that flew into the lake.
Oh, right! And he found the balloon in the air tank that night?
Yeah. Hey, Edgeworth.
Oh! Huh? You say something right?
Yeah, a lot of things. You seem out of it. What's wrong?
Mr. Edgeworth, there was something I've been meaning to ask you.
What's that?
Why are your fingerprints on the murder weapon?
When he fell into the lake, I went into a daze. I couldn't understand what had happened. I couldn't think straight. Then I saw the pistol lying on the floor of the boat in front of me. I picked it up without thinking. I didn't have a reason, really.
I see.
Right.
Yeah?
This might be our chance.
Our chance.
Von Karma has only ever run perfect trials.
Perfect trials.
Perfectly prepared witnesses, perfectly complete evidence. That's the secret to his success. This is the first time he's ever had to deal with something unexpected. He has to let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before the court. And that someone is Larry.
What are you getting at?
It's likely his testimony will be full of holes, right?
That's right, Nick. No 10-minute trial this time. We'll milk this one for all it's worth.
Hey, it was 15 minutes. 15! Everything's on Larry now. December 27th, 10:35 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 3! Court is now back in session. Witness, please testify to the court about everything that you saw on the night of December 24th.
Right, leave it to me.
Please, Larry, don't mess this one up. I hate to admit it, but you're our last chance. Help me, Larry, you're our only hope.
My God, we're all doomed.
Oh God, well, Von Karma didn't even have time to prep his witness. I just hope Edward was right about this being a big break.
The night of the murder. That night, I was out in the boat on the lake. I was looking for something, and I found it. So I quietly slipped the boat back in at the rental shop deck. And just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home.
That was an unusually vague testimony, even for this court. In any case, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. What's wrong, Nick? It's Larry. I have no idea what he's going to say if I press him. I'm a little scared.
Well, we've come this far. There's no way to go but forward, Nick.
I really regret this part. But wait a second, Larry.
What?
You only heard one bang? You sure?
That's what I said.
But Miss Lauderhart testified yesterday that she heard 2 bangs. And the old man just now said the same thing. They both heard 2 gunshots that night.
Huh?
Were you even listening? Were you paying attention at all to what they said?
Yo, Nick, please.
Huh?
You know, something's been bothering me. I'm a witness, see. I'm like a customer here. So you gotta treat me nice and stuff, okay?
Mr. Butts,
What?
you only heard 1 gunshot? Are you sure?
Well, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure.
Fair? Not sure? How could you not be sure?
Yeah, well, I might have missed the other gunshot. I was listening to something else.
Something else?
My radio, dude, with my headphones.
What?
That almost sound like your Maya what?
No, completely different. Order. And stop that booing! Mr. Butts, you were listening to the radio with your headphones?
Yeah, so what? That a crime? I listen to my radio. Everybody listens to the radio. What's the big deal?
Mr. Von Karma, your opinion?
Waste of time. I do not accept this witness nor his shoddy testimony.
Well, Mr. Wright, should he continue the testimony?
Continue, I believe. Oh, that's enough?
No, I think I've had enough. This is all too embarrassing. How to make the does it, by the way?
What?
How to make the does it? Hey, well, Mr. Butts, we skipped a lot of fun, guys. Please give your testimony and be sure to include details like your radio.
Right, leave it to me.
I wouldn't have with any other way out of this, but believe me.
It's a lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to an all-request show on the radio, see? I was listening to real booming loud, like. But I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it, too.
You were listening to radio at high volume?
Yeah, what's the big problem? Can a man listen to his radio in peace in this free country?
I truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem here is.
Judge, can you believe a word this witness says? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drum beat from the radio.
Sure enough, it is difficult to believe this testimony. Wait, Your Honor. The witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot. Excuse me, DJ? An announcer, the guy who says things on the radio. Anyway, what this means is when he heard the sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talks between songs, so he could have heard the gunshot from the lake. I'd like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Wright. I can't believe I'm continuing this charade. What did she say?
Mr. Wright, please cease these pointless questions. What possible good could come from knowing what a radio DJ said to us?
Ah, we found it! There's always an error in every game. To some method. And I found this one. It's supposed to be to us. Indeed, Mr. Von Karmer has a point. I'll allow the question only if you see some reason why we should care. We should care, Your Honor? Of course we should.
Why?
Well, how do you know? How do you know if you don't ask? Fine, very well. Mr. Butts, please testify to the court. What was the radio announcer saying when you heard the gunshot?
Just when she said, hey, it's almost Christmas, I heard the gunshot.
Larry, are you absolutely sure what you're saying is correct?
Oh, what's with his face? You look scary, dude. Hey, if you're trying to scare me, you better know I don't scare that easy.
Is something the matter, Mr. Wright? Your Honor, did you hear what the witness just said? The DJ said, hey, it's almost Christmas when he heard the gunshot. Indeed. And? Almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. Do you realize what this means? When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve. That would seem to be the case, yes. But that contradicts the two testimonies we've heard so far, Your Honor. Both Miss Hart and the old man said it was after midnight when they heard the shots. In other words, when they heard the gunshots, it was already Christmas. This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor. I thought they were doing that so many times. Order! Order! What does this mean? The two prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, this witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight.
Judge, the answer is simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him, suspicious. What?
Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Mr. Butts' claim that he heard the gunshot before midnight? Larry's not mistaken, Your Honor. He heard that gunshot before midnight.
Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence for this wild claim. Show me evidence there was a gunshot before midnight.
Who is it there? Look at this photograph. This was taken by a witness yesterday, Miss Lotta Hart, with her automatic camera. The timestamp on the photo reads December 24th, 11:50 p.m. But there's nothing on the lake in this picture. Your Honor, the real issue here is not why nothing is shown in this photograph. It is why this photograph exists at all. What do you mean? Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. That camera was set to go off in response to loud noises. Waha! Correct! There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 p.m. That is why this photograph was taken. In other words, When Larry heard that gunshot, it was most definitely still Christmas Eve. Indeed, it would seem that is the case. Then where does that leave us? Miss Hunt testified that she heard the gunshots after midnight. Are you claiming she was mistaken?
Not at all.
Not at all, Your Honor. It is a fact that the camera also triggered at 15 after midnight. Your Honor, that night there were 2 sets of gunshots with a 25-minute pause between them. Why would this be? Of course, Colin's gonna fucking check.
Don't be fooled, Judge. That camera was set to respond to loud noises.
Yes.
There is no proof that the loud noise at 11:50 was a gunshot. Why, the witness could have sneezed, triggering the camera. Hey, my nose was clear that night, man. Clear.
Well, Mr. Wright, there's no turning back now. Can you prove that the loud noise at 11:50 was indeed a gunshot? Please show the court evidence if you have any. What do you think I have to use? I know what I have to use.
That's what I was thinking, the pistol.
Why? Before I actually tell you why.
Probably has something to do with the number of shots fired.
There's my evidence! The murder weapon? Something about this pistol was bothering me, Your Honor. Both of the witnesses who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When then was the last shot fired? Only now have I realized the truth. That 3rd shot was the shot Larry heard just before midnight.
Order.
That would make sense of the evidence we've seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering exactly what did happen that night on the lake.
Exactly. If this is true, there were 2 sets of gunshots separated by 25 minutes. One at 11:50, another at 15 minutes after midnight. Why, I ask you, why?
Oh, I better do something quick. Wait a second. Gunshot separated by 25 minutes. Ah! What's wrong, Nick? I have it. Huh? Remember the case with the samurai steel? With the steel samurai. I cannot speak correctly. Huh? Yeah, of course I remember. The murderer in this case had the same idea as the murderer in that case. What do you mean? Maya. Yes? If we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn McEdgeworth's guilty verdict. I've got a hunch and I'm going to run with it. Right. I mean, is this safe? Safe? We've already got the guilty verdict. We have nothing to lose. You just watch and let me know if I say anything that sounds fishy, okay? Right, Nick. Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright. The testimony just now has cleared up this entire case. What do you mean, Mr. Wright?
Tisk. So, you finally realized the truth. There can be no other murderer than Miles Edgeworth himself.
Wrong, Von Karma. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting.
Listen, rookie. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, 1 boat was on the lake. This was shown by the witness's photograph. The defendant, Edgeworth, and the victim, Robert Hammond, were on the boat. There was a gunshot fired on that boat, and Robert Hammond fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. It couldn't have been suicide. Well, the guilty party has to be the other man on that boat.
I admit it's hard to imagine any other possibility. Yes, but this assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight. What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? We have photographic evidence of the time of the shooting. The timestamp on the photo says 4:15. because I don't feel like doing it. But Larry had a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. It's the only way that Edgeworth could be innocent.
Mr. Wright, are you quite mad? Explain who the two men on the boat are.
That's it. Of course, it was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and Edgeworth.
What? Are you serious?
Yes, Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place. I'm not sure what to make of all this.
Ludicrous.
Mr. Wright, tell us the name of the murderer then. The murderer's name? Right, it's, Actually, I don't know the murderer's name. You don't know?
Bah! Again, you waste my time.
I don't know because he never told us. The murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop, that old man. At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond. The caretaker of the boat shop? Where did he do this? There weren't any boats on the lake then. Why would he have to go all the way out on the lake just to shoot someone? May I suggest that the real scene of the crime was not on the boat? What? Well, then where did the murder take place? If I remember correctly. Of course, the boat shop where he lives. That's where he could meet the victim without anyone seeing.
Do you have proof that the boat shop was the scene of the crime?
Recall Larry's testimony, if you will. That night, he was out on the lake in a boat searching for something. He finds it and returns the boat. Then, just as he's starting to head for home, he hears a gunshot. He heard a gunshot, Your Honor, even though he's wearing headphones at the time. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. And where would that be if he had just returned the boat? The boat shop. Mr. Wright, what happened that night on Gourd Lake? Please tell the court from the beginning. Yes, Your Honor. Nick, are you sure about this? Not really, but I think if I start at the very beginning, and I take it slow, I might just be able to figure this out. That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. This was around 11:50. That was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond. Then he got in the boat with Edgeworth and went out into the middle of the lake. Then who fired the pistol in the boat, Mr. Wright? Of course it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice. Both missed Edgeworth on purpose. Wait a minute. Yes? Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone? Details.
Know this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanations is the moment you lose. Tell us why the murderer had to fire twice.
Gee, I wonder why.
To create a witness.
Oh, I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor. Create a witness? The murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot. That ensures that anyone who heard the shot would look at the lake. Indeed, Miss Hart did exactly that after hearing the first gunshot. Next, the murderer waits a bit and he fires again. Then, he becomes a fish. The murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him. I see. To someone looking from the edge of the lake, it would appear that one of the men on the boat had shot the other. The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice to draw the attention to the boat. Once you realize that, everything else falls into place. The boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop. Then he put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body, and threw the body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that transpired that night on Gourd Lake.
Everyone's being very pensive.
Bailiff! Bailiff! Bring out the witness from before. The boat shop caretaker, quickly! Very well. While we're waiting for the caretaker, I would like to ask the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand. Mr. Edgeworth, you heard what the defense has said.
Yes.
Well, why did you go to the lake that night?
What Wright has said was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Yes. Several days ago, I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas. He said he had something very important to discuss with me.
Something important?
I'm sorry, I can't say what it was.
Answer! Bailiff, we are conducting a trial here. I ask that you remain quiet. You get to do it. I don't want to do it. This is just random. Just do random voice.
The witness has disappeared. He isn't at the boat shop either.
What?
What should I do?
Find him quickly! You stupid
Bailiff person?
We cannot allow him to get away! Mr. Von Kommer, your witness has disappeared.
A search warrant has already been issued.
It goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I will extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed. I request that the police department utilize all its forces to find that witness. Am I understood? One more thing. Just who is that boat shop caretaker? I think his identity has become very important to this trial. I want him, and I want to know who he is. Very well. Court is adjourned. No, the thing!
December 27th, 122, District Court, defendant Baba Namato.
Yay, Nick! You did it! Yeah. Well, at least we got out from under that guilty verdict.
And what about Larry? That was something else! Even Von Karma didn't know what to do with his testimony. Larry really helped us out!
Sure. Once I sifted through his unique testimony. Still, he did save us. I just wish our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time. That's not fun.
I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's us on trial instead of our clients.
Hey, Edgeworth.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Did you say something?
Don't look so pained. I mean, it looks like you're probably gonna get off the hook. You could try to smile just a little. Relax!
I'm sorry. But I fear it's not over for me yet.
But what do you mean?
There's something that's been troubling me for a long time now. And I don't know whether or not to tell you.
Edgeworth?
So listen time. I want to tell you to get it off my chest, but I can't make up my mind.
What is this about, Edgeworth?
It's a nightmare. A memory of a crime that I committed
Crime you committed.
A memory of a murder.
Will Edgeworth be proven not guilty? And what is the boat caretaker's real name? Find out next time on Naruto.
You can't do that. You have to make it Phoenix Wright sounding.
On Phoenix Naruto. Just hold off for a second so I actually can get a nice spot to hold it at. Wait till it gets to 40 seconds and then do it.